This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to share with you this incredible new roulette system called Killer Corners from one of my subscribers, Ralph. He said he's consistently making money in the casino with this one. I cannot wait to share it with you, and today we're going to put his system up against the greatest roulette system, which is one of the subscribers sent in a while back that's really good, and I can't wait to share it with you. Let's go ahead and get started with that first. We'll be on first and third 12 to start with 10 each. And make sure you hang in there for both of these systems. There's a lot to them, even though at the beginning they might look like other systems. Stick in there so you know everything that you need to do. And let's go ahead now, and we're going to double the bet after that first loss. So we'll be 20 each, 40 total now. And here we go. That's a 28 black, and that's a win. Now with this system, when you win, you double down. So on that last one, we had 20 each. Now we're going to have 10 each. And we'll be on first and second, the longest two since they've hit on 12s. And I'll give you a better understanding of that as we go through, and it'll make more sense as we get up higher in the denominations. And there's a win. So when you win, you can't go any lower than 10. So we'll be on second and third now for 10. Okay, we're up 10. All right, let's go ahead and spin here, and here we go. That is an 8 black, and that's a loss. So we're going to double the bet. Okay, let's go ahead and spin again here. So now instead of a $20 bet, it's a $40 bet, 20 on each, and that's a 10 black. Okay, and that's another loss. So I'm actually glad we had a few losses here early so I can show you what I mean. And let's go ahead and double again. Now we have 40 each, 80 total. And when we get a win, we don't go back to the start. What we do is we double down once, which I'll share with you here in a second. And there might be a better way of describing that, but I'll just show you here. So we had 40 each on that last bet. And now instead of going back to 10, we go back to 20 each. And we'll be on first and second. So basically what we do is we go down the same way that we came up in the progression. We're doubling up, doubling down. And that's a win at 20 each. So now we go down to 10 each again. And we'll go on first and third for 10. We're up $10, and let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 36 red. And that's a win. Now you're seeing a $20 profit level, and we'll be on first and second. And with this one, you're making all your profit here at the start. The rest of the progression is helping you maintain your bankroll and getting you back to where you can make money. So again, we're making them on these ones we're hitting on right now. We're up 30. We'll be on second and third now, and spin. So once you start getting losses, you're just basically in a recovery mode. You're not trying to make profit. You're trying to get back to where we're at now, which is where you make profit. Okay, we're up 40. And you might say, well, why do that when you can just triple the bets and get all your money back and more? And the reason why is because when you triple your bets, you run out of your bankroll much faster, and it's definitely a lot riskier. Say 34 red, and that's a loss, so we'll double the bet. 20 each, 40 total on first and second. Now we're 3 minutes and 20 seconds in out of 15. And that's a 28 black, and that's another loss. So we'll double the bet from 40 to 80. That's $40 on each now, and here we go. So we're not making money in this level. We're trying to get back to where we were making money. And I'll give you an example of why this is so much better than tripling here in a moment. We're going to have to double again here in a second, which we just did, and that's a 6 black. Okay, now we got the win, and that was at 80 each. So now we go back to 40 each, and we'll be on second and third. Okay, and you can see temporarily that puts us down, and the reason why is because you don't cash out with this system until you get back to $10 units. And that's a 19 red. That's a win. So now we go from 40 back to 20, and we'll be on first and third. And then when you work your way back to 10, you end up where you were before, and you start making profit. That's a 7 red, and that's a win. So now we're up 40, and we go back to 10 each. We'll be on second and third, and now we can start making money again now that we're back at base level. But that's a 0 and we lost, so we go ahead and we double the bet. Okay, and doubling the bet is much safer than tripling with 24 numbers. And that's a loss, so we'll double again. The benefit of tripling is that you do get to go back to the beginning of the progression every time you win. However, you run out of bankroll much quicker. Okay, we won at 40, so we cut that in half. Now we're back at 20 each again, and we'll be on first and second. Again, you don't realize your wins until you get back to base level again. But since we have 24 numbers covered, eventually you'll get more wins than losses because you have more numbers covered. And there's another loss. So let's go ahead and double the bet again. So it's not even worth it to look at how much you are up at this point, because basically the amount that you're up is what you're up when you get back to 10. And we just won at 40, so we cut that in half, and now we're back to 20 each. So you can get real discouraged with this system if you look at your profits when you're at, say, where we were a minute ago. But it doesn't take any time at all with this system to get back to 10, and then you see your real profits. And we'll go ahead and double after that loss. Eventually, with the $2,000 bankroll like we have with this one, you will get back to that $10 level, and you can cash out with the profits that you've earned. There's a win at 40, so we go back to 20, and we'll be 20 on first and third. And here we go. We're 6 minutes and 20 seconds in. That's a 5 red. And that's a win at 20. We're up $40, and now we're back to 10 each. And now we can start making profit again. And again, when you cash out, you always want to be at the $10 level. And that's a 15 black. There's a win. So you can see now we're making profit again. We're up $50. We'll be on first and third for 10 each. Here we go. We're 7 minutes in out of 15. That's a 14 red. And that's a loss. We'll go ahead and double. And again, once you get a loss, you're basically in recovery mode. Now we're at 20 each, 40 total. That's a 28 black. But you're going to get more wins than losses doing it this way because you have 24 numbers covered. And that's, eventually you're going to go on a run. We're at 10 each again, back at base level. And again, anytime you cash out, you want to be on the $10 level. And that's a win there. So, for instance, right now we're up $60. And we'll be on first and third, the longest 2 to hit. Let's go ahead and spin again. And sometimes you can go on a long roll of not having losses with 2 12s covered. But we just lost that one. And let's go ahead and double. So basically we're back into recovery mode, 20 each instead of 10 each now. We're 8 minutes in out of 15. Here we go. That's a 32 red. That's a win, so we go from 20 back to 10, and we'll be on first and second. But don't confuse this for units. We're doubling up and doubling down. We come back down the same way we go up. That's a 15 black, and that's a win. So we're making profits at the $10 level. We're up 70 now. So hopefully you've realized that when we're at the $10 level, the profits keep going up. And when we go up into recovery mode, we're just trying to make sure we keep all the money that we have. So we'll be on first and second now for 10 each. You can see now we're up 80. And the profits are coming in when we stay at this $10 level. That's a 10 black. See there's another win. You're eventually going to go on a nice run, and hopefully that started for us. We're up $90. And actually, I'm sorry, we'll be on second and third now. 10 each, and 9 minutes in out of 15 with the greatest roulette system. And it's a 20 black. That's another win. So now we're up 100, and let's go first and third, 2 longest since they've hit. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. Let's see what we get. Okay, we got it. That's a 6 black, so making profit at the base level. Now we're up $110, so we'll be on second and third now. All right, let's spin and see what we get here. That is a 6 black. That's a loss. We'll go ahead and double. We'll go into recovery mode.
No more bet.
Now we're at 20 each on second and third instead of 10 each. And that's another loss. So this is why it's safer to double than triple. And we're at 40 each, 80 total now. Because if you do get a lot of consecutive losses, tripling can definitely take you down. Excuse me. And we lost again. So you're kind of seeing that right here. For instance, on this, we went 20, 40, 80, 160. If we were tripling, we'd be much, much higher than that. Let's go ahead and place our bet. Because we would have had to triple 4 times. And you can see we won, so we go from 80 back to 40, and we'll be on first and third. Okay, and again, you don't realize your profits till you get back to 10, but it will happen if you're patient and you have a large bankroll. And that's a 1 red, and that's a $40 win. The other thing, and we'll go from 40 to 20 now. We'll be on second and third. We're up 90. You can see the profits start to be realized again when you get near base level again. It's a 12 red, and that's a loss. Okay, we'll double from 40 to 80. That's 40 each. Here we go again. And that's a 11 black. That's a loss. We'll double again. Okay, we're 80 each, 160 total now. And that's a 10 black. That's another loss. This is why, if you were tripling right now, you'd be in a lot of trouble. However, now we're going to double again. 160 each, 320 total. And here we go. That's a 6 black. Okay, this is, again, a perfect example. Again, this is a $2,000 bankroll system with $10 units, or a $200 bankroll for dollar units. Anyone can play this. Just make sure you use the right amounts that fit your budget. In case you have something like this happen, and we would already have busted if we were tripling, but since we're doubling, we're still at the 640 level. That's 320 on each. Still have plenty of bankroll. And there's a win. So this is a perfect example of how it can protect your bankroll. Now, you can see on that last bet we had 320 each. So now we're going to have we're going to drop back to 160 each, because we got the win, and we'll be on first and third.
No more bet.
All right, here we go. Let's say 14 red. Ooh, we lost that one though. So we do have to double again, and we're at 640. We have about 1,500 left in the bankroll, but let's go ahead and get the win here. Here we go. And that's a 1 red. There we go. So we won that one, so we doubled down now. So instead of 320, we're going to have 160 again, and we'll be on second and third. And all we need to do is work our way back down. Eventually, we're going to go on a run when we have 24 numbers. But that's a 5 red there. And that's a loss. So we do need to double again. Okay, we have 1,500 left in the bankroll. And this is a 640 bet, 320 each. It's a 6 black. Ooh, that's another loss, though. That's not good. Let's see how much we have left, and we have about 900 left, so I'm not sure we can actually, yeah, we can't actually double again. So we're going to have to, let's go up to what we have, and it looks like we have about 850. So let's do an 840 total bet on second and third here. Ooh, and we lost our bankroll. Okay, so we hit a really bad streak. Let's check that out. And you can see the reason that we lost. It takes a lot to lose with this system because it is a bankroll protection system. But look at that number. Look at the number of 1 to 18s on the left-hand side. I mean, that is crazy. 11, 10, 6, 14, 14, 1, 5, 6, 7. But you know, things like that can happen when you're playing roulette. So test this one out on your own. And you know, you're probably not going to get numbers like this. Let me know how you do, as always, and share that in the comments with everybody else. It really helps the community out. And it's a great thing to help everyone in the community out with your testing results. Because what it does is it provides a large sample size, not just a small one, but a large sample size of how everyone's doing with the system. So make sure you can use Roulette Royale or any simulator that you would like on Apple or Android. Test it out, share it in the comments how you do. But man, that is crazy. I think it was even more than that. They're just not all showing over there. But one thing to realize before we get to the next system is that if we were tripling, we wouldn't have even made it half that far. Because if you think about it, you start with 20, then you triple to 60, and then next thing you know, you go from 60, and then next thing you know, you're at 180, you triple that, and then you only have one more time to triple, and you're done. Look how many times we had to double, but we just had really poor luck that time, and that happens sometimes when you're playing roulette, and you just have to be ready for that. That's why you never want to gamble with money that you can't afford to lose. Even good systems fail when things go crazy like that. And always remember, too, that these systems that are $2,000, you can play with $200 bank rolls if you use dollar units. And if you're starting with $5 on a lot of these, if it's $2,000, you can use a $400 bankroll if you switch to dollar units. So keep that in mind. And now it is time for the system you've been waiting for. This is called Killer Corners from Ralph. And I'm really excited to share this one with you. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, the time is finally here for the new roulette system called Killer Corners from Ralph. I can't wait to share this with you. So let's just jump right into it and place the bets. We're going to have 5 corners covered. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's a $25 total bet. Let's set the timer for 15 minutes, and here we go. That is a 16 red, and that's a win to start, so we're up 20. When we get wins, we just rebet and spin again. And here we go. Okay, that is a 2 black. That's another win, so we're up 40. Starting out well. Let's rebet and spin. Once we have losses, I'll show you how to deal with those. And that's a 2 black. So that's 3 wins in a row. We're up 60. And we're going to win more than we lose in the long run just because we have more numbers covered. With the 5 corners, that's 20 numbers. But there's a loss. So when we do have a loss, we double the bet from 25 to 50. And here we go again. Let's see what we get. So 34 red. And that's another loss. So we still have plenty of bankroll. This is a $2,000 bankroll for $5 units and a $400 bankroll for dollar units. So anyone can play this. Just make sure you pick the one that fits your budget best. That's a 26 black. And there's a win. So when we get a win, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the last bet. And you can see it was at 100. That means this next bet's going to be 50. Since there's 5 bets, that means we go back to 10 each. So let's do that. And spin. That's a $50 total bet. Okay, that's a 12 red. And that's a loss. We're going to go ahead and double the bet again from 50 to 100. Eventually, you're going to go on a streak with this many numbers covered. And that's a 22 black there. And there's a win. So you can see the last bets were at 100. So that if we won, that means our next bet's going to be 50. There's 5 bets. So again, we go back to $10 each. All right, let's go ahead and spin. We're 2 minutes and 20 seconds in with this one. And that is a 17 black. Okay, that's a $40 win. We're up 135 already. Wow, that's crazy. Fantastic. And you can see the last bets were at 50. And you divide that, you take that in half, which is 25. That's back where we started. So that means we go back to the original bets. And if you want to change the corners, Ralph says that's absolutely fine. Go ahead and change which corners you're betting on. The key is how many are covered and what the bet is and the progression, and that's a 9 red. So let's go ahead and double that bet from 25 to 50 and spin here. That is a 36 red. It's another loss. Let's go ahead and double from 50 to 100. Again, we have a $2,000 bankroll, so we should be just fine. And $400 bankroll if you're using dollar units instead of fives. But there's another loss. Let's go ahead and double again. And here we go. This is a $200 total bet. We have plenty of bankroll to do so. And let's see if we can get a win. That's a 13 black. And there we go. That's a win. So let's look at our last bet. It was 200. And that means the next bet's going to be half that, which is 100. We know we have 5 bets. So that means they're going to be $20 each. So here we go. So you're basically just cutting your last bet in half when you win. Okay, that's a $100 total bet, and let's spin. We're 4 minutes in out of 15. That's a 23 red, and that's a win. So let's look at our last bet. We bet 100. So that means our next bet's going to be half that, which is 50. There's 5 bets, so that means $10 each. Okay, $50 total bet. We're 4.5 minutes in out of 15. And that's a 5 red. And that's a win. So again, now we're looking, our last bets were 50. So we know our next bet's going to be the original $25 bet. And if you want to switch it up and do a different corner, feel free. Let's go ahead and mix one up right here.
No more bets.
Okay, that's a 1 red. That's a $20 win, so we'll stay right there. We're up $260 already. Man, that's awesome. We're 5 minutes in out of 15. That's a 26 black. And I think I took the wrong corner out. Darn it. And let's double that bet after that loss. And here we go. It's always right when you change your bet that things like that happen. And that's a 12 red. And that's a loss. So we're going to go ahead and double again from 50 to 100. And here we go again. Let's see what we get. That is a 9 red. And that's another loss. So we'll double from 100 to 200. And let's see if we can get a win here with 20 numbers covered. That's a 34 red. Okay, and that one paid off because the one that we lost, we ended up getting further down the road. So let's check out our last bet, and you can see there we bet 200. So our next bet's going to be half that, which is 100. There's 5 bets, so that means $20 each. All right. Here we go. Let's make sure 5 of them are at 20. And make sure they don't overlap. There we go. Let's go ahead and spin. We're 6.5 minutes in out of 15. That's a 22 black. And that's a win, so we'll check out our last bet. It was at 100, so our next bet's going to be 50. There's 5 bets. That's $10 each. We're up $325. That's awesome. And let's spend that. $325 in profit in 7 minutes is great. Let's see if that continues. And that's a 24 black. And that's a loss, so we'll double the bet. And spin. Here we go. And that is a 7 red. That's a win. So again, when you get a win, you see what your last bet was. It was 100. So we know our next bet's going to be half that, which is 50. There's 5 bets. That's $10 each. All right, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and spin at 50. We're 7.5 minutes in out of 15. That's a 6 black. And that's a loss, so we'll go ahead and double that bet from 50 to 100. This is why we have the bankroll. And let's see if we can get a win. And that is a 3 red. That's definitely a loss. So let's double the bet from 100 to 200. We'll check our balance, and temporarily it set us back a little, but we're still 200 up in profit, which is fantastic. And that's a 15 black. Ouch. All right. These third column hits are hurting us here. So we're at 400. And let's go ahead and spin here. That's an 18 red. Man, that's rough. Okay. So you can see we can only double one more time, I believe. So let's go ahead and spin again here. And doesn't mean we'll lose our bankroll if we lose it, but won't help things. And that's a 27 red. And let's check and see where we're at now. And we only have about, looks like about $800 left. So we have to stay right there. Let's go ahead and spin. And that's a 22 black. And that's a win. And what happens is that if you run out of money and you can't place your next bet, you have to get more than one win in a row. So we have to stay at 800. And that's a 5 red. Okay, there's another win. We're back up 85. And then at this point, Ralph says if you get really high in the progression and you get back in profit, just go ahead and restart if you're in that situation. So let's build it back up. We're only 9.5 minutes in. Let's go ahead and place the bets and go back to 5. All right, here we go. It's a 28 black. Okay, there's a win. Let's build it back up. We're up 105. Those were just some really bad numbers there, but that happens sometimes. But we did escape. We just need to build our profits back up. We have 5 minutes left. There's another win. We're up 125.
No more bets.
All right, let's go ahead and spin again here. And that's a 27 red. That's a loss, so we're going to go ahead and double from 25 to 50.
No more bets.
There we go. That is a 5 red. Okay, that's a win. So we're up 140. And let's see here. So we got the win there. We divide that in half when we get the win. So that means we go back to where we started. And that's $25. Let's go ahead and spin. That is 11 black. Okay, that's a win. So we're up 160. We're building it back up.
No more bets.
Let's spin again here. We're 11 minutes in out of 15. That's a 6 black. That's a loss, so let's go ahead and double.
No more bets.
This is a $50 total bet out of 5 bets. And that's a 12 red. That's another loss. Let's go ahead and double from 50 to 100.
No more bets.
We're currently up 85, but if we get the win here, we'll be back up a good amount again. It's a 33 black. And that's a loss. Let's double again. So temporarily, we're minus 15. We're 11.5 minutes in out of 15. Ooh, that's not good though there. That's a 0. So we'll double again to 400.
No more bets.
And let's get a win. Man, this has been rough. That's a 26 black. And we finally got the win. Okay, so now we take the 400. We know our next bet's going to be half that, which is 200. And you divide that by the 5 bets, and that's $40 each. So let's place those back out there. Okay, there we go. And let's go ahead and spin. We're 12 minutes, 20 seconds in. That's a 13 black. And that's a win, so let's check where we're at. We're up 265 now. That's awesome. So our last bets are 200. We won, so we know our next bet's going to be half that, which is 100. You divide that by 5, and then you know that your bets are going to be 20 each. Let's place those out there. Okay, that's a $100 total bet, and we have 2 minutes left with this one. That is a 14 red. And that's a nice $80 win. So now we're up $345 all of a sudden, even after being down a ton. And you can see our last bet was 100. That means our next bet's going to be 50. You divide that by 5, the 5 bets, and then you know your bets are 10 each. Okay? And if you have a better way of doing that, that's fine as well. Everybody does math a little bit better, but the main thing is realizing that you have 5 bets with that half of what you bet before. And that's a 34 red. That's a loss, so let's go ahead and double from 50 to 100 and spin. Here we go. That's a 23 red. That's a win. So again, when you win, you look at your last bet. It's at 100. We know it'll be half that, which is 50. So we know our 5 bets are 10 each. All right, let's go ahead and spin. We have 1 minute left with this one. That is a 22 black. That's another win. Nice. We're up 415. And now we're back to our original bet. And let's see here. So that's 5 each. Oop, I must have had one of those with 10 on it. Here we go. Let's put them back out again. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get here. That's a 20 black. That's a $20 win. Okay, we're up $435 now. That's just awesome. That's a 19 red. That's another win, and we just ran out of time. So we ended up making $455 profit with the Killer Corner Roulette system by Ralph. But we got in a lot of trouble, and we couldn't even place one of our bets. So we did get lucky early by just rebetting. That's a couple things I want to let you know about this one. If that does happen and you get all the way to where you can't make a bigger bet, you will need to win 2 in a row. However, if you get high up in the progression, Ralph says if you get high up in the progression and you're still in profit and you only have 1 or 2 chances left, go ahead and just start back over and know that you're in profit and that you'll build it back up, because it's not worth the risk if you're still in profit to make those 1 or 2 last bets. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed it. This is definitely a system you can make a lot of money in a hurry, but you have to play smart with it. Remember, it's a $2,000 bankroll with these $5 units, and it's a $400 bankroll if you start with dollar units. And let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Test it out, as always, on your simulator. You can use Roulette Royale on Apple or Android or whatever you like to use. And it really helps everyone in the community out if you share your results. It gives them a really large sample size of how well people do. Remember to never go to the casino with the system until you've tested it first on a simulator and you've checked to see how everyone else did in the comments. That'll really give you a good idea of whether it's smart to take a system to the casino or not. And remember, I'm just so thankful that everyone's sending systems in every day. You guys keep this going, and I absolutely love it. Every single day of the week, 365 days a year, I pick one of your guys' strategies. We test it out, share results in the comments, and see if it's the best roulette system possible. I love the search for it, and keep sending your systems in every single day. There's a really good chance I'll put it on there with a new system every single day of the week, 365 days a year. So I'm really enjoying everybody in the community, and remember to share your results in the comments, whether you're testing or playing, and everyone will appreciate it. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.